Our next guest is a former police officer, an Air Force veteran who is literally changing lives one tiny house at a time. Check this out.
My name is Donnie Davis. I'm the co-founder of Operation Safe Haven, a tiny house community for veterans. I'm a veteran from the United States Air Force. I served from 1992 to 1997. My wife Jennifer and I have 5 children and my service dog Zeus. Operation Safe Haven was created specifically with homeless veterans and those struggling with PTSD in mind. What we're creating here is a model, hopefully, that can be duplicated throughout this country, where you can have a nonprofit that completely operates off of donations and volunteer, and we can change people's lives for real. Hey guys, welcome to our first tiny house. The program we've created is a 2-year transitional program where they'll come here, get squared away. Some men and women will stay here for the full 2 years, some will be shorter, some may be longer. It's really, again, depending upon each person and their situation. Every vet that leaves here will leave with a full-time job, permanent housing, their education completed, and an opportunity to succeed.
When you get out of the military, it's sometimes hard to fit in. You have different life experiences, and sometimes people just don't know how to interact with you. If there is places like Safe Haven, then they can start to build different relationships to help them adapt to the civilian world.
Every vet that's either walked on this property or currently living on this property has been changed from the inside. When you look in someone's eyes, and at one time they were hopeless, but now you see hope. I mean, we did all of this just to change one person's life or help one person. Isn't it worth it?
So great.
Please welcome Donnie Davis from Operation Safe Haven. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
How did this program get started?
We were presented with this idea, or this, to purchase this 277-acre property, and I thought, God, why would you want us to have this property? And if it happens, then we're just going to give it away for free. And so my friend and I were drinking a cup of coffee, and the TV show Tiny House Nation was in the background. I was like, hey, why can't we just build micro houses or tiny houses and give them away to homeless vets right now? And there's 22 vets commit suicide every day, and that's a real number. So for us, as a vet and a former police officer, we wanted to make a real difference, and this is what we're doing. So
it's incredible.
So you probably have hundreds of people that are like, oh yeah, this is something I would love to live on your property. How do you decide who gets a house and who doesn't?
We set them up with a program called a multi-service program for veterans. First of all, we verified that they actually are a vet, that they had an honorable, dishonorable discharge. We're not a detox facility, but we will put them in a place for 90 days, get them detoxed, and then bring them on our property.
Absolutely, that's amazing. What changes have you seen in the veterans that have come to stay there?
Hope.
Hope.
I met a Navy SEAL last year, one of the first guys that was on our property, and talking to him and then seeing with his eyes, I mean, hope, when something's so dark and all of a sudden a light shines on, and you know, it's, and the vet that just moved on 2 weeks ago, same thing, when I handed him his keys, I gave him a tour of the house, and you know, he's a big guy, you know, and a tear coming from his eye and just saying, I don't ever want to leave. And I'm like, you don't have to. You know, I mean, it's hope. It's just giving people hope.
And this is fueled by grants, and it's free to the vets.
Absolutely, sir.
And you offer all these, like, therapy and all these other facilities.
Yeah, we have a psychologist and therapist on the property. We have a nurse that lives on the property 24/7. We have a therapeutic equestrian program with horses. I have a service dog, so we're breeding my dog and giving his pups with training. And it's all completely free. And it's all volunteers and donations. No, there's no salary.
I was going to ask you that. People so people watching, if you want to get a part, you can donate to this.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah. We started a GoFundMe a year and a half ago and raised over $250,000. And I don't even know how.
That's amazing.
It's just, it'd be really neat to show people that you can do this completely free, no overhead or no administrative costs, and just truly make a big difference within the world. So.
And these people, I mean, they give up you're included. You give up literally everything for your country. You give up everything, and you come home, and some people don't have houses. That woman that was in the piece was homeless. She was living in a car.
I met her that day. She drove up from Virginia living in her car and doesn't have a place to stay. She did 2 tours. When you raise your right hand and make that pledge, you're willing to die for the person next to you. They call it your battle buddy. I mean, as a police officer, you know, every time I strapped on my vest and put my badge on, I knew that I was, you know, there's a possibility I could die today, for whether it's civilian or for someone, my partner. And that pledge, leave no one behind, doesn't end when you're done your tour or you're done your time. They're my brothers and sisters, so we're going to make a real difference.
You are, absolutely.